It's 7 degrees right now in Washington, D.C., and 90% of the country is frozen.
The country's frozen, everybody!
Lauren, will we have to burn Al Gore for warmth?
I'm ready for it.
I feel like the New York Post will be on hand when a bunch of like inconvenient truth books are actually being burned.
We should do a bonfire.
You need to learn that temperature and climate are different.
Freezing cold is not climate change, apparently, but earthquakes are. I remember I was watching the tidal wave that hit Japan and destroyed it, and as you see the water going across the fields live, one reporter said, and he said that he had a British accent, so serious. Now, of course, we'll see more and more of this as climate change continues to accelerate, and nobody challenged him. There's an earthquake.
Yeah, everybody does this. They sort of all selectively choose weather patterns that fit whatever they think global warming's doing.
And here's another thing. The people who say that this is caused by global warming, these freezing temperatures, are the same people that want to shut down our coal plants, which keep us warm during these freezing events. So, like, if global warming's true, and it's going to cause Arctic wastelands across America, shouldn't we just double down on coal consumption? Because otherwise we're all going to be eating each other.
You know, they told us that if we have electric vehicles, that first of all, it's going to be cheaper for us to drive our cars around, and we're going to save the planet. Now the states are all of a sudden backtracking because they want to charge people more in tax money to recoup the lost tax dollars that they don't have from gas anymore.
That global warming trip, which I feel like should be back in the news, the ones who got stuck for a week in the ice, trying to retrace a 100-year-old Arctic expedition to measure ice, and then the icebreaker that went to get them is stuck. So the best part about this is these guys said that they were going to plant 800 trees to offset the carbon emissions from their trip.
Right.
But between the two icebreakers, the possible third icebreaker needed, the helicopter trip, and getting stuck, it's estimated they'll need to plant 5,000.
It's ugly out there. You do not want to be outside. You do not want to be on the metro. It's survival mode.
Were you like hugging a bum on the way in?
Things happened that I'm not proud of.
Lauren, what's your you live in a house with what, 6, 8, 9 women? What is your plan for when the power cuts and you need to stay warm?
Over in my neighborhood, there's people running to the bus stops because it's so cold. We just had a fire going the whole time, but I don't know, we'll have to call you.
Start with a pillow fight.
You might be able to help them.
Maybe things will escalate.
Maybe.
I just want to make sure no one over there gets hurt.
lucky.
The collapse of the state starts off as a lot of fun. Once you realize that you can't get like more food or energy delivered, things start to go bad. You know what I always wonder? Like the automatic sensors in hotels and everything, like opening doors, getting your hands dried, starting water, those like work like half of the time when civilization is still standing.
Right.
How long are they going to last when civilization collapses? Like, no one's going to be able to wash their damn hands.
And we won't have any paper towels because we've gotten rid of those crazy things.
The living will envy the dead.
Speaking of the end times, a New York City group of Satanists has decided that they would like to erect a monument to Satan in Oklahoma.
Christians need something to fight again. I mean, other than Obama. Maybe the Daily Caller should endorse a Satan monument in Oklahoma.
Why Oklahoma?
Maybe they should put it in New York. If this group's from New York, let them put it in New York City.
Like, I can only imagine.
I'd be okay with that.
What's they going to balance against in New York City, though? You need, like, Oklahoma's got the Ten Commandments.
Some guy be walking down the street and see it and just be like, yeah.
And this opens up an interesting question. If you have, like, a Church of Satan, can a strip club open up across the street without any protest? Be like, that's right across the street from a church. What are you doing? Well, it is the Church of Satanism. A Whole Foods, a Church of Satan, and a strip club.
That's actually you describing Glover Park.
Lauren, do you think Satanists are entitled to have to put up their monuments all across the country?
They definitely are, because that's, first and foremost what they're granted in this country. It's just really creepy.
I'm waiting for the Pat Buchanan column. Is Satan one of us? Is he a paleocon? And that could be a big hit.
That's definitely coming.
But this is
Nixon,
Nixon,
Putin, and Satan.
Well, look, let me just say, I think I'm maybe the only person to make a veiled satanic reference on the Daily Caller. Because I've taken that bold stand, I think it's only fair that maybe this is the conservative position.
I'm going to primary you so hard.